Now, going over to the culture part of the podcast, you have Disney losing South Carolina state funds as the state will divest. Now, this is coming from the Gazette, specifically, looks like here, Zachary Halsenkack, Washington Examiner. They noted that South Carolina announces the state is divesting from Disney over the Twitter spat. So because Disney, in terms of the business blunder of the century, decided to get involved in politics and inserting sexual themes into children's films and animation, it's a far cry of what it used to be. And Walt Disney's, his whole dream for the company has fallen far from that. And because of that, they've alienated about half of the U.S. market. More, truth be told, probably half of the global market, since on average, I think a lot of topics, so when it comes to politics, usually 50-50 on average. And because of that, Disney decided, all right, well, we're going to withdraw our funds from Twitter because we claim they're anti-Semitic, because Media Matters is calling Elon anti-Semitic, which is ridiculous to say the least, and they're just trying to bully him to acquiesce to give into censorship. Now, specifically, they know that, quote, South Carolina state funds will no longer be tied to Disney as Republicans blast the company for pulling ads from X, formerly known as Twitter. South Carolina State Treasurer Curtis Loftus announced last Tuesday that Walt Disney Company is being removed from the Palmetto State's approved investment list. In a letter, he argued that Disney has abandoned its fiduciary responsibility and duty to investors by boycotting X, which I agree, not just because of that, but they also have done that by alienating so many of their current and prospective clients by making crappy films, injecting politics. The Marvels is doing so bad, they're not even going to report sales figures. That's the one where they had 3 female leads for the superhero movie. And it has won. It did win an award as being the worst Marvel film of all time, physically speaking. Although, let's be honest, it's probably the worst in terms of the story as well. Now, it looks like Loftus' office portfolio also has about $105 million of Disney debt instruments that will mature as scheduled and will not be replaced, according to the treasurer. Loftus said he will focus on the equity portfolio in the coming weeks. He continued to say, quote, Disney has abandoned its fiduciary responsibilities to its investors and customers by joining far-left activists in boycotting legal, tax-paying, employment-created corporations to further Disney's political agenda, unquote. That, again, was in a statement from Mr. Loftus. Loftus also bashed the company over CEO Bob Iger's pulling of advertising on X. The Twitter's owner, Elon Musk, has been embroiled in a firestorm over X and raised eyebrows when he rebuked pulling ads from it. And of course, you have Elon infamously saying, quote, don't advertise. If someone is going to blackmail me with advertising, blackmail me with money, go F yourself. Go F yourself. Is that clear? I hope it is. Hi, Bob, unquote. Where he specifically was calling out Bob Iger in the audience, which was priceless to say the least. And these are going to have a huge domino effect or a ripple effect because, again, a lot of these state funds, there's a lot we can do as individuals in terms of, let's say you and a family member have a retirement fund and you're taking money and you're investing in different companies. Now, the bigger effect is when you have some of these state funds, these state investments, where they're huge. And when they start to pull their money, that maybe, and again, this is just one instance, I don't think this is going to be enough to actually make Disney acquiesce to doing intelligent things again. But if more and more states follow Q, it may. Let me know in the comments, but I think there could be a small slimmer of hope for Disney. Perhaps. Well, probably not. Probably not really. But maybe. Probably not. But nevertheless, as I always say, time shall tell. Thank you everyone again for taking the time to tune in today. We're trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of December, so if you click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, leaving a comment is a great way to give me some feedback. Let me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.